Boo! Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold stream. On today's stream, we are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Tier list things. Yeah, we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm gonna do a tier list of my favorite decks, from most favorite to least favorite. Yeah, I have all of them, like 400 plus decks. I should probably have put that in the title, should I not have? I probably should have. In fact, let's do that right now. And we're going to rank them all. Why? Because I'm a psychopath. Yeah, just from favorite to decks that deserve to die. This is also including, like, the TCG stuff. I don't know if it's all of the decks from, like, the OCG. But at the very least, it is the TCG. So we have, like, the Ishizu cards. We have Splight probably somewhere in here. So that's fun. And we have, like, the new Draco Slayer stuff as well. I'm going to... Hold on. Hold on, chat. One sec. Just ignore this for a second. I want music, so I'm going to pull up... I'm going to pull up Master Duel so that we have some, like, background music. Okay. There we go. See, look, it's Master Duel. Anyway. Alright. Sounds much better. Crescent Diamond just made it recently and learning how to play. I know you're probably busy now, but would you be able to show off some combos later? Yeah. I think I made a combo video of Sword Soul. You can probably go find it. The combos are still similar. Just don't do the Halka stuff. Alright. So, let us begin. Starting with Therion. I don't know why Therion is first. Therion is fine. It's just another kind of like support archetype that does negates and other such support for like plants. You get to search out stuff. For machines, you get a negate. It's alright. It invigorates a lot of like strategies and like brings new life to them, like ABC, but I'm not a big fan of its playstyle. It's kind of mid. It doesn't really do anything exciting. Exorcister is similar. Yeah, they're pretty decent due to the fact that they have, like, at least in the TCG with Martha and the Big XZ, you're able to actually like do stuff. But without those, they kind of suck, so Master Duel is really bad. But all things considered, they're not that interesting of a deck. Not that interesting of an archetype. Yeah. That's it. They just kind of banish stuff. We have archetypes like that. They're just waifus. Noble Knights. I actually really like Noble Knights. Noble Knights are such a cool, interesting concept. Not concept. They're a really boring concept. But... because of Duel Links in particular, I really like them. They're really fun in Duel Links, and I do like the style and the aesthetic and the gameplay and all of that stuff. I like the equip mechanic, like having the equip cards to change the effects of your monsters. I think that's really cool, and I just really like it. It's like you got your Noble Knights and you got your arms, your like swords and shields to go with them. It's really cool. Ishizu is, oh my gosh. I want to put it really... I'm going to put it in bad. I am not a fan of the Ishizu cards. Not at all. And the main reason that I don't like the Ishizu stuff is due to the fact that the Ishizu stuff just is really annoying. More specifically, the shufflers. I think the cards that mill are a bit too overpowered. Being able to mill 5 is crazy. Being able to just, like, send it to the graveyard and then mill 5 is just a bit absurd. But even that's, like, okay. Mudora and Keldo are absolutely absurd. Why can you just quick effect banish for cost, shuffle away cards? That's absurd. Why is it a quick effect? If it wasn't a quick effect, they'd be bad. But they'd also be, like, fair, right? Or, like, if they had to be sent to the graveyard to activate that effect. But, like, oh, goodness gracious. They're poorly designed. The new Ishizu cards are bad. Draco Slayer, I'm actually going to put up here in favorite. This is probably my favorite Pendulum deck. It's the only Pendulum deck that actually feels like it uses pendulums in a healthy and interesting way, and not to just pen someone out like a million, but more so to actually like gain the advantage of having like a spell and then a monster, which is really cool. I really like that. Really cool style. Not just hard. This is also specifically like TCG where they don't have Electromite. And like just not hard abusing Electromite. But yeah, Draco Slayer is like really cool. And they also support like a bunch of other archetypes as well, like Ignites and Dynamist and Magispector, which is really cool. Madolche is fine. I literally have no feelings about it at all. It's just an archetype. For hires, yeah, for hires are fine as well. Again, I don't really care too much for them. If anything, I'm not a big fan of the people who are like, for hires are so cool! But, eh. The soft ones per turns with Draco Slayers are nuts. True. What's my opinion on DDD? Don't know. It's down here somewhere. ABC. I actually really like ABC. They're cool. They're fun. Their mechanics are unique in kind of an unhealthy way, but they're still pretty interesting. The discard to banish is pretty nice, and I do like the protection that like each one of them gives, so you do have to actually like use the union functioning. Yeah, but their effects are for hire. Oh, you're right, never mind. For hires suck. For hires, because of that, like for hire, grab something for hire. Oh, it's awful to read. Oh, I hate reading those. You're right. Thank you, Duelist. Forgot about that. That is genuinely one of my least favorite things. If they didn't have that stupid, like, naming convention with, like, the do thing for hire, it'd be fine. I don't know why they tried to be cheeky with it. It hurts. Back to ABC. ABC's fun. It's a pendulum deck. I'm not a fan of pendulum decks. In fact, this one is probably one of the worst pendulum decks. Yeah, Abyss Actor is just not fun. If I recall correctly, their OCG name is, like, Skybound Pirates. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, it's not nearly as interesting in the OCG, but like, for some reason in English, they were like, you know what we should do? Screw up the entire reading style so that it's so much more difficult to read. And it's just, why would you do this? Code Talkers are fine. I'm gonna put them below Therion. What kind of decks do I normally play? Yes. Everything but OTK. I think OTK is not fun. Adamantipator is good. I like the style of Adamantipator, specifically without Block Dragon. I think it's really cool. Because it's like a glass cannon, where it's like, you make an unbreakable board, but also if you get interrupted, you die, which is kind of funny. But yeah, all things considered. Without Block Dragon, cool. With Block Dragon, eh. But Silvio is the star of the show. This is just, like, not a deck. Oh, wait, hold on. I need a new tier for just, like, don't know / don't care. We're gonna make it white. Care. This one is... it's another pendulum, but it's like a really bad pendulum deck. We're just gonna put it there. OTK does get old fast. Games get too linear, and the board breakers, or you don't. Yeah. Speaking of Block Dragon, I lost a game versus Adamantipator earlier because my opponent top decked Block Dragon in 60 cards. +5. Yep. Great card. Yep. Limited to 1. Allure Queen is just it's so bad, it's not really worth playing. I guess this would be like all of the level cards. They're so bad, it's just not worth playing. But that makes it funny, because every time you see it, you're just like, oh, that's funny. And that's about it. But Limic killed the deck of Copium. True. Ally of Justice. Ally of Justice is just genuinely a bad deck, and also it's not cool, and also it doesn't do anything, and it's just eh. Adamantipator is still one of the best decks, yes. Altergeist is... No, Altergeist can go to hell. Altergeist deserves to burn in the fiery pits of Tartarus. I'm not going to explain myself because I feel like I don't need to. If you've played against this deck, you probably already know how bad this deck is to actually play against. It's not fun, and it doesn't really do anything too unique or interesting or fun when you play it. So, what's up, Nero? How you doing? Branded! I like Branded. Or I guess this is more so Despia. I don't know if Branded's also in here. But yeah. The deck's cool. The deck's fun. It does some cool things. It's not like oppressive in any way. Like it doesn't just put up like an infinite negate unplayable board. There's a lot of back and forth interaction, but it still has like a lot that it can do and a lot of varied lines. But you can also just do the same line over and over. It's great. Never lost to an Altergeist player, but it's a pretty boring control deck. Yeah, I think I've lost to them like once. I think this is the, like, hippo control thing. I don't even know. Amazonas is, horrible. I hate Amazonas. Amazonas has one really, really toxic, obnoxious card that is, for some reason, in Duel Links. That should not be in Duel Links. Amazonas Onslaught. And because of that, I despise Amazonas. Also, they have Swordswoman, which is also really annoying in that game. And also, they're just really bad. But, like, that one individual card makes me hate the deck. Other than that, they're fine. I think Branded / Despia are more or less the same. Yeah, I know. But sometimes people will, like, separate them. So I was like, oh, I don't know if, like, Branded is on here. Is Branded still number 1? Yes. I think this is... Agropane? Amorphage. That's what it's called. I knew the archetype. I just didn't remember what it was called. I'm actually going to zoom in, Ted. They're annoying. It's another annoying pendulum deck that just kind of... I'm just going to do this. There we go. It's another annoying, like, stun pendulum deck. So it's even worse than, like, other pendulum decks. Number 1 in Master Duel. Yes, yes, yes. I see magnets. Yes. This is every archetype. It's every deck. Including whatever the frick this is. Ancient Gears. I love Ancient Gears. Ancient Gears are cool. And most of this is due to the fact that it was the first real deck that I actually played in Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever. It was in Duel Links. It was when they were top tier. And this was the first deck that I played. I super enjoyed it. I still do. Especially in Duel Links. Super fun deck. Super cool playstyle. I like just Unga Bunga Beatdown. It's basically just OTK. But it was like my first deck, so that's why it's up there. Hope Speedroid go to green at least. Well, I don't know. Probably. Ancient Warriors. I want to put them back down here, but I don't hate them that much. Ancient Warriors are annoying mostly due to the fact that everyone loves them, and they're just like an OTK strategy. I don't like OTK strategies. It's that simple. Everyone loves them. Or more specifically, everyone loves Ancient Warriors, which makes me hate them even more. The Magician Girls are fine. Appliancers are fine. Yeah. Is this... Oh, this is Aqua Actresses. They're also fine. They're kind of silly. Let's put Appliancers, like, up here. Arcana is funny. Therefore, it's up here. Activating the world and just, like, stopping your opponent from playing the game is hilarious. That's it. Shout out to the UR Swordswoman in Master Duel. True. Arcana is also fine. I think Arcana is one of the more interesting, like, anime, quote-unquote, anime decks. But they don't really do anything. Like, they're not crazy, they're not like annoying, they're not loved by anyone. They're just kind of like, oh yeah, this is a kind of interesting combo. They're just kind of like middle of the road. I like them. Well, I tolerate them. Ancient Warriors are based on a historic tale. Cool. I do not care. Archfiends. They exist. Even better is getting heads without with the world without light barrier to assert dominance. True. Okay. Like, all of these Arch Nemesis cards are absolutely abysmal. Did you know that Arch Nemesis Protoss is a card? But there's also, like, a whole bunch of other ones, like, Eschatos and the like. All of the Arch Nemesis cards. Just horrible cards. Labyrinth! Labyrinth is hype. Actually, Labyrinth may be one of my favorites. Labyrinth is really cool. It's a trap-based deck that gains advantage not from sitting under floodgates, but from actually activating, like, normal traps. But it also, like, it gains advantage from also having monsters on the field, which is really cool. So it's this nice dichotomy of, like, you need monsters, but you also use traps. So it's not just, like, not interacting like Paleos or something like that would. And it makes it really cool. It's a really very nice, like, idea. Archfiends is the deck of all time, yes. Isn't the world one that swaps control if it hits tails? No, that's a different one. Armed dragons are... I actually do like the armed dragons. They're not crazy. They're similar to, like, the Arcana, where it's just like, yeah, they exist. Labyrinth is my second favorite control deck behind Weather Painters. Oh, we'll get to Weather Painters. Ben K. Ben K OTK is very funny, and that's the only reason I like it. It's just funny, and it's great for, like, events in Master Duel. You just equip a whole bunch of equip cards, and then you win, and you attack your opponent. It's fun. This is just bad. This is just bad deck. It's not even the god cards. It's just eh. Well, they're definitely better than the Ishizu cards, I'll tell you that. Aramage, deserve to burn in hell. Dear Lanta, I fucking hate this archetype. It takes so long to do nothing. And then they just hold you hostage for 6 years resolving chains. And you're like, let me leave! Really fun art. Really, really fun archetype. I'm so glad that it exists. Artifacts. Artifacts. Okay. I would really like artifacts if Scythe didn't exist. But because Scythe does exist, no. They're not my favorite. But artifacts are pretty cool. They'd be up there if Scythe wasn't a thing. Assault mode! I actually really like Assault mode because I like synchros, and I like the idea of going into a synchro and then also tagging out that synchro into a big boss monster from the main deck. That's just a really cool mechanic. There you go. Yeah, the Charmers are fine. The barrier statues. I guess this is technically an archetype. It's a bad archetype, but it's an archetype. The Batterymen exist. I don't really have anything that I can say about them. Benkei OTK was hilarious in the Fusion Festival. Nice first Dark Lord loser. True. True. Oh, I'm just gonna attack directly. Or I'm just gonna walk over it. They should never have made Scythe? Yeah, probably. Is this going to be uploaded? No. I mean, it will still be on my channel, so you can watch the stream, but it's not going to be in upload. Because it'll be like 4 hours. Battle Wasp. I have no thoughts on them. BES. I literally do not even know what this deck does. Okay. Magnets! I actually do not like magnets. Magnets are really obnoxious. Mostly due to Duel Links, but more specifically because, like, you either absolutely demolish them, or you have no interaction with them. And there is no in-between. Just due to the nature of how they, like, work, it's just so boring to play against. It's like, oh, cool, I guess I just lose. Or, oh, cool, you can't do anything. Plunder is goated. Love Plunder. Bluebeard passes an FTK. BLS is probably one of my more favorite anime archetypes. I just really like the ritual summoning mechanic. And this does the ritual summoning stuff. However, it's really bad. But I still like it. They're bad, but I love magnets. Yeah. Rose Dragon is also pretty cool. Yeah. They're okay. It's kind of funny that Black Rose Dragon just got an entire archetype surrounding it, but honestly, the archetype's pretty cool. It's not crazy, but it's pretty decent. Blackwings are also cool. I'm actually gonna put you down here. Melodious is also terrible. Just fun archetype. Really fun, I promise. All of the signers have archetypes around them? Yeah, they didn't originally. This is not a deck. You cannot tell me that that is a deck. Why is Blue Eyes on here twice? Blue Eyes is absolutely my favorite. No, it's... Honestly, Blue Eyes White Dragon is one of the coolest cards ever printed. You cannot tell me otherwise. Not this printing. This is the worst one. This not the worst one, but it's not this one. It's the OG. I have it in my wallet here. Let me show you. This one's good. We like this one. But the actual archetype is just big bungus beatdown and it sucks. So we're putting it down here. I'm actually going to put it above Ancient Warriors. This is an archetype that exists in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to put you guys up here. Yeah, that's all I can say. The H2O Dragon deck is a deck. Counter Trap Fairies are funny in concept and in theory really bad. Just really bad. I think Exo Sister has to go up here a little bit more. Box of Friends is also an archetype that I have no real feelings towards. Same with Hunters. Fire Fist. I actually really like Fire Fist. Fire Fist is a really cool archetype that actually does some really interesting things. And I really like the continuous spells and traps to gain advantage and to slowly boost up your guys by having multiple of them. And having the search cards for them. I think it's pretty cool. And they're not incredibly strong in any way, which kind of does make it suck, but if Gladbeast gets at least tolerable, I'll be happy. Okay. Boojins are bad. Boojins are really bad. I do not like the idea of just sitting on a dude, just one guy, and praying that it works. I just don't like it. It's stupid. Buster Blader can go burn in hell. Dude, I hate Buster Blader. It's so obnoxious. Either they pull off the combo and you do not get to play the game, or they pass on literally nothing. It's just not fun. I hate this individual card. I hate this archetype. I hate that chat made me want to play this archetype and build it. And I hate that it exists. Celtic Guardian is... Well, I mean, Celtic Guardian is cool, but all the rest of that archetype sucks. I played against Melodious as a newbie, and they sucked. Duel Links just fueled the flames of hatred. True. Chain Strike should not be a deck that exists. Just that pretty simple. Chaos is actually pretty cool. I like the archetype idea of having lights and darks and banishing them to gain effects and stuff like that. Chaos Dragon Legionnaire is one of the coolest cards ever designed, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Buster Blader's archetype is poorly fleshed out, but the boss monster is so sick. I disagree. I think the boss monster is poorly fleshed out, and the rest of the archetype is centered around a poorly fleshed out boss monster that deserves to burn in hell. I also love that you can't Ash Buster Blader's trap. Yeah. Just like Numerons. We'll get to that. Chem Critters. An attempt was made. You know, an attempt really was made to make Geminis good. And it was a decent attempt. You know? They're funny. I have no... I know that this is an archetype. I don't know what it does. The lore of Buster Blader is alright. It's a dude fighting dragon. Hooray. No, I actually don't like the lore either. Chronomaly is fine. Cloudian is funny, but that's about it. But they also tainted my Dark Lords, which is not okay. Speaking of Dark Lords, Condemned, which is technically an archetype different from Dark Lords. Condemned is actually pretty cool. It's the storyline of Forbidden Chalice, or like all of the forbidden stuff, like Forbidden Scripture, Forbidden Chalice, Forbidden Dress, Forbidden Lance, and then goes into Condemned Witch, Condemned Dark Lord, and all of that. That's really cool. I do really like it. So it's put it up here. However, the actual playstyle is ass. I like Chronomaly. That's nice. Constellar! I actually don't like Constellar. It's just like a personal thing. I don't really just like the overall playstyle of the deck. And I'm not a big fan of the Xyz. They're either really powerful or they do absolutely nothing, and there's no in between. And yeah, that's all. I'm actually really not a fan of the aliens. They are super obnoxious to play against. Definitely better than the barrier set. They're around Blue Eyes. Isn't Forbidden Droplet also part of the lore? I think so. I guess I didn't name everything. Sorry. Crusadia deserves to burn because everyone loves this deck and I despise it, and it's also an OTK deck, and it's also just really boring, and it's just one of those things where it's like either it's just decided before the game even gets played that who's gonna win, because it's either you have the board breaker or you don't. Your combo doesn't matter. It sucks. Absolutely terrible. Crystal Beast is funny. Crystal Beast is fine. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. It's just fine. I like it. I like the playstyle of putting like monsters in the spell and trap zone to get advantage from them by activating other spells and traps. Yeah. Crystons! I actually really didn't like Crystons when they were out in Duel Links, and I still don't. So I'm going to put them here. 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 Yeah, Crystons just, I don't like their playstyle. It's really obnoxious. Cyber Angels are fine. Similar to Buster Blader, except I don't like their style as much. Crusadia is the one and only OTK deck I like. They're the one that I despise the most. As I said, a lot of people like them, and I hate them because of the fact that so many people like them. I'm like, no, it's just an OTK strategy that's really obnoxious. Cyberdark is fine. It's honestly kind of funny to see them try and do things. Cyber Dragon is also fine. Like, these are one and the same. I prefer Cyberdark a little bit more, but Death Frog is funny. That's it. It's just funny. That's the only reason it's gonna go in good. Dangers are really cool. I really do like the Dangers. The Dangers are just a really interesting set of monsters that are just genuinely overpowered, but also just cool. They're just cool. They do cool things. Execute Drakon Slayers and Plunderers in favorite. Yep. Burning Abyss is... yeah, I don't really have any thoughts towards them. They'll go here, sure. I hate Crusadia, but it wasn't good in that. But it was good in that crappy Link event. I'm not gonna explain that one. I feel like most people already know my thoughts on Dark Lords, so yeah. I guess this is like Nurse Burn, Dark Lord Nurse Burn, which I don't like. I don't like burn strategies. So kind of 8 years Troll Despair. Why is Gadget bad? Or Magnet bad? Because I don't like magnets. What do you mean? Can you share the link for the template? There you go. Dark Magician is my favorite anime deck ever. Why? Because I love the play style of Dark Magician. Having a vanilla spellcaster monster that is buffed by spells and traps is super cool. On top of that, having the search mechanic that they have, which is basically stack their deck and then search, and then, or like search or draw, like reveal the top cards or draw, is really cool. They have a lot of really interesting mechanics. Obviously, they have like infinite amounts of support. But honestly, Dark Magician, just gameplay-wise, is super cool. In terms of actual like card, Blue Eyes is just by far better. Blue Eyes, Stardust, Neos, like every other boss monster is just better in like every regard. But playstyle, that's what I care about a lot more. Dark Magician is base. Wish they were better. Konami is so bad at giving them support. They give them support like every fucking 5 days. What do you mean? Dark Worlds. I despise Dark Worlds. I'm gonna put them below magnets. Dark Worlds are obnoxious. If you've seen the new Dark World support that has come out, it just is like infinite combo. You can't stop them. They just keep going. You're just like, dude, stop. Just, I don't care. Stop. Not a fan of Dark Worlds. Hey, DDD. Demise. Demise is kind of cool. I like the playstyle of Demise. Just being able to like nuke the field. They're really, really bad. But Demise is cool. They never addressed the deck's problems. Yeah, that's the point. Dark Magician isn't supposed to be good. What is this? Is this Ice Shade? Ice Shade, I literally have never read a single one of their cards, and I refuse to. Yang Zings are just bad. They're just bad. They're a poorly designed archetype. They have some really overpowered cards. Their synchro monsters are absolutely insane. Baxia, Yazi, Danglong, Chaofeng, all just truly insane. And then their main deck monsters are all trash. I like DDD and the fact they're based on historical figures. Right. Desk bots are also obnoxious. This is another one where it's like, people really like this deck. And because of that, I don't. Honestly, their playstyle is also really bad. I just don't like their pendulums. I don't like their summoning mechanics. I don't like anything that they do. Destiny board exists. That's it. Vampires. Vampires are dope. They go above Dark Magician. Vampires are cool. Fuck despots. Waited so long for DDD and you said nothing about them. I hate this deck. There you go. Here, do you want me to... There you go. Digital bugs are fine. I like digital bugs. I like their mechanic of like ranking up in like odd numbers only. So like you go from 3 to 5 to 7, and then there's no 9 because cringe. I even have Domino's watching the stream. Let's go. I shall take my leave later. Good riddance. Let's go for Dynamist. I actually really like Dynamist. Even though it's a pendulum archetype, I really like them. They're fun. We'll put them below all the ritual archetypes. They're just like one of the better pendulum decks. Yeah, that's basically it. I don't really have anything to say. Cool protection, cool gameplay style, dinos that are also mechs and cars and stuff. It's cool. Dinomorphia, on the other hand, Rexstrom exists, but I like the rest of the art. No, it's just another Floodgate deck. It's just another Floodgate deck. It's not. Nope. It's very funny that someone who liked DDD, which is like the most blue-pilled thing to do, is like, how dare you? How dare you think that DDD is not cool? How dare you think this overrated archetype is bad? Because his edgy protagonist deck is trash. Dino Wrestlers are fine. I mean, they have Pankratops, but other than that, they're okay. What even is this? Hold on, what is this? What is this card? Huh? Huh? What are you? I can't read that. Can anyone read that? It's in like 2p. No idea. No idea what that is. I wish I could read it. DD is big brain play. That is a lie. Anyone who tells you that is lying to you. The Jin archetype is pretty interesting besides Releaser of Rituals. So because of Releaser, we're going to put him there. Was a joke, my guy, but fine. Just curious to hear your thoughts. Gotta go get ready for work. It didn't come across as a joke. That's the thing. If you're going to say something as a joke in text, don't make it sarcastic. You will not come across as sarcastic. It will just come across as whiny or dumb. Just helpful little tidbit of information. I'm sorry that you came across that way. Is this all Dota? Is this like Dododo, Gaga, all of that stuff? I don't care. They're bad. Just put them in bed. Who cares? DDD used to be big brained. True. Dogmatica! Dogmatica's based. We'll put them up here. Top of... They're just cool. I like them. I like the playstyle. I like the... I'm not a big fan of the rituals, but I do like the rest of the deck. The Onomat archetype. It doesn't matter. They're all there. Tenyis are absolutely absurd. They're super cool. Yeah, the more I play Sword Soul, the more I'm like, I should just play frickin' Tenyis. Tenyis are hype. Tenyis are cool. Moving on. We have... Here's the thing. I don't mind playing against Dragon Maids. Playing against Dragon Maids is really... It's fine. It's pretty decent. But there's always someone at your locals who plays Dragon Maids and loves Dragon Maids and will not stop talking about how cool their deck is. And you're like sitting there like doing your combos. You're like playing a Shizu tier and you're just like, all right, mill 5. And they're like, yeah, dude. And like I was playing and like, and I had this like Shio on my field and my opponent, like they couldn't out it. And it was super cool. And you're just like, yeah, dude, cool. Anyway, Rukalos, yeah, spin away. And yeah, and you're just like, keep going. And they're just going off. And the players make Dragon Maid so intolerable. But the deck itself is fine. He's a Dragon Maid himself. Standard shitty waifu deck. Yeah. It's, like, in all honesty, it's fine. Like, it's a fine deck. It exists and it's whatever. But, like, the players are the worst part about it. Draconides... it's fine. I don't care. Flunder is real big brain archetype. Actually, nowadays it is. Drytron. Drytron makes me not like rituals. I don't like the idea of ritual monsters basically being just another like extra deck mechanic, but in the main deck, I like rituals being more like Necrons and stuff like that. So I'm not a big fan of the Drytron stuff. It's... yeah. We'll put it above Ally of Justice. Feet! That's the only reason this isn't good. Because feet. No, in all reality, this deck friggin' sucks. We'll put it there. The ritual spell is the worst part? True. Dust On! Dust On is funny. That's all it is. It's just funny. Similar to Death Frog. Earthbound Immortals are cool. I'm gonna put them above Black Rose. They're really cool. Drytron is just a drastic overcorrection of a jank mechanic. Monarchs! Okay, so Monarchs, besides a lot of their spells and traps, are really cool. The idea, like, a lot of the OG Monarchs are really hype. And then they printed a whole bunch of legacy support that made the deck awful to play against. So because of that, I'm going to put it, like, right in the middle. Duston, also known as a 1-card, 5-headed Link Dragon. I love it. Kind of. It's a shame Earthbounds don't play well with each other. True. Yeah, Earthbounds are, like, only up as high as they are because they're, like, cool. They're terrible cards, but I like them. Eldritch! Yeah, I like Eldritch. Eldritch, the actual Eldritch cards, they're sick. They're fantastic. I love it. Now, most people don't play them that way, but, like, the actual Eldritch cards, none of them are problematic. Besides maybe Golden Lord and, like, Sealed. There you go. I have so much nostalgia for Monarchs. Shame about the Floodgates. Yeah. Element Sabers are a really cool archetype design that just failed epically. I activate Blizzard. I wish Barrel Dragon was an actual deck. True. It'd be terrible. Or it'd be another Floodgate deck where it's like, oh, if you flip 2 coins, your opponent... Or if you flip 2 heads, your opponent can't activate cards at this turn. It's like, why? Endymion is everything that I hate about modern Yu-Gi-Oh! So many words, spell counters, pendulums, yikes. What is this? Evil hero? What even is this? What card is this? Yeah, Evil Hero Infernal Gainer. Yeah, okay. Evil Swarm. I don't know, it's fine. It exists. These are... What? These are the same things. Okay, that's fine. Evil Czar is a deck. It's a Dino deck that exists. I don't know. Exodia. I hear Pen Pest deck every time a pendulum hits the field. True. FA is such a cool archetype mechanic that just doesn't do anything, but it's really cool. It's really cool, guys, I promise. FA is really cool. Steel Swarm and Evil Swarm. Why did they choose 2 Evil Swarm monsters to represent that? Fairy Tales. Fairy Tales are, like, all really bad. There's, like, Snow, and then everything else. It's just... Yeah, it's not really very good. The Familiars are fine. They're not the Charmers. They're the Familiars. Go Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer. Go, go, go. Final Countdown is a card that exists, and I don't think there's an archetype surrounding this. But Final Countdown as a card is bad. It's just poorly designed. I'm gonna put it next to Chain Strike. Fire Hand and Ice Hand are a cool archetype as well. Cool mechanic. The hands are fine. FA is the same as UA, but race cars. Yes, but FA is cooler because it actually does level modulation, and it like does stuff with the level modulation, which is really cool. I like level modulation. It's like one of the coolest mechanics in my eyes. Whereas UA is just like a big bungus beatdown. Yay. Have we done salads? Nope. Fire King! I like Fire Kings. Fire Kings are cool. They're not that high. They're gonna be like... there. The only reason I like Fire Kings is because of Duel Links. Duel Links has, like, this weird Fire King deck that was meta. It was pretty cool. I like it. The FAs only drive left 500 times around the track to win. Yep. It's great. I don't know what archetype this is trying to be. Because Fishborg Blaster could be like 9 different archetypes. Flamvel is fine. I'm just gonna put it below Dragonity. Watching Gaga get dunked on by Dreadnought Dunker was hilarious, at least. True. Fishborgs? It's not really an archetype. It's just like Fishborg Blaster, right? Is there an entire Fishborg archetype? I don't know. That's the thing. Other than Blaster itself, I don't know the rest of it. The Flora archetype is hilariously bad. But it's also funny. Flunder is one of my favorite decks. Alright, chat. Crucify me. I like Flunder. It is a fun archetype. Now, granted, Barrier Statue is a terrible card. That should not exist. But Flunder is actually really cool. When you're not just playing Barrier Statue Pass, it's actually very interesting, and like the plays that you have to go through and the resource management and stuff like that, and like deciding what you're actually going to have to do and like baiting out the interaction is pretty cool. Post Statue, I like Flunder. Yeah. Having played Post Statue, it's dope. Flu is cool, yes. However, this deck on the other hand, Deer Lanta, Flower Cardian. Oh, it's like Arrow Mages, but it's an infinite combo that just keeps going and going, that ends on also nothing. Stop wasting my time, leave me alone. This is not an archetype. I refuse to believe that this is an archetype. Fortune Ladies, on the other hand, I like Fortune Ladies. Fortune Ladies are cool. They're terrible, but I like them. Maxi Killer, true. I had fun, Flunder when they don't use statue, yeah. I have fun playing Flunder when they don't have statue, yeah. Fossils are... they're pretty interesting, but they're not crazy. I'm gonna put them below Armed Dragon. Fluffle is pretty cool. I actually really like the Fluffle stuff. They're not crazy, but they're pretty interesting. Arrow Mages set 3 pass and then play a plant monster. Yeah, and then they sit there and activate chain links for like 6 years at a time. If you've ever played them in Duel Links, Deer Lanta, they are a pain to play against. They're not good. They're just a pain. There's a reason they're down here. Metal Foes. I actually really like Metal Foes as well. They do pendulum summoning in a similar way to like Dynamist. And a lot of the other pendulum decks that I really like, where it's not just like, I'm going to pen summon out as much advantage as I can, but it's more like, I'm going to like pen summon to get out like 2 monsters, but I'm actually just doing a whole bunch of other things. I want a solid Chaos deck. There's like 6. Gaia is genuinely one of my least favorite anime decks, and because of that, it's going to be put very low. Same with Galaxy Eyes. Deer Lanta Galaxy Eyes is just so boring. I love OTK decks punching really hard. It's super fun. Kaijus are a necessary evil. That is it. They are just a necessary evil. I don't like the archetype, but they're pretty cool. What is this card's name? I want to call it Garuda, but I know that's not it. Gandora. There we go. Gandora archetype has like 1 good card, and the rest of the archetype exists. I genuinely just don't have thoughts on it. Galaxy Eyes was my first Duel Links deck, so I have a nostalgia bias. Gate Guardian is funny. Like, really funny. So funny, it gets above Crystal Beasts. I actually really don't like this deck. What's it called? Geargia? Yeah, Geargia. Geargia's... Gandora is 1 card with ways to summon it. Basically, yeah. Isn't support coming out for the gate? Yep, that's why it's so high. Gem Knights are interesting in concept, terrible in practice. Heroes was my first deck? Oh, I'm sorry for you. I do not know what this deck is. I cannot read it. Hold on. What is... Huh? What? Huh? Where is it? Hold on. Where is it? Gen X Ally! It's Gen X. I figured it out. I figured it out, chat. Dear Atlanta. Gen X is a deck. Claudia, no, friggin'. Can't read. Mine was Evil Tiles. Oh my gosh. Mathmech is pretty cool. Mathmech is just bad tribe gate at this point. I'm not a big fan of Final Sigma, but Super Factorial is hype. Okay. Ghostricks are, like, genuinely very cool. In theory, I like their art. Alucard is one of my favorite cards of all time. Like, genuinely, I love that card to death. But Dear Lancet, this archetype is bad. It's so bad. Oh, I wish it was better. I just wish it was better. I really do. But, oh my gosh, playing it is a nightmare. Ghost Cope. The fish. They've learned to synchro summon. Let's go! T. Goatee's cool. I like it. This is not Nakaraz. This is Gishki. Gishki is annoying. They always just do annoying things. That's it. That's all they do. Ghost Trick, go victim. Yeah. Fish learn to synchro summon with each other. Glad Beast is such a cool archetype. Not quite as cool as Noble Knights, but very close. Very cool. Like, go to battle and then tag out into another one. Geyseris is a really cool card. I think nowadays they're not great, but in all honesty, really fun archetype to look at and to play. Okay, this is literally just Goki Bull. Is this just like insects? Because it's not Bee Trooper. I don't know. They exist. It's not the max either. Modern Weevil deck, I guess. Okay. Probably just generic insect stuff. Yeah, it's the generic insect stuff is just, it's fine. It's Giant Ballpark, actually. Bamboo Swords are all terrible. They're all horribly designed cards. There was a pre-Ballpark, pre-Bee Trooper. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Golden Castle of Stromberg is also a terribly designed card. Just don't interact the card. It's very cool. Gorgonic. Man, these cards are terrible. But their boss is also terrible. But like in a funny way. Their main deck monsters are terrible in like a funny way, whereas their boss monster is terrible in like a, why does Magnets have the ability to summon this card in Duel Links, you stupid Konami? Why have you given us this way? So we'll put them in the middle. Bamboo is always involved in some cheese, yeah. Gokis! I think in concept they're cool, and in practice they're not. So we're just gonna put them in the middle. They're definitely not better than Celtic. There. But also my deck. Oh, Guardians. The Goyos. The Goyo Guardians. This deck doesn't do anything. However, they've had some really cool stints of playability in both Duel Links and the TCG. Goyo Guardian is really good, was really good in like older formats because of its nature of just being a generic level 6, which was very strong. And then also in Duel Links, there was this really cool combo that you could do with the 2 level 3s. You'd make the 2 level 3s, and then you'd sync them, or exi them for Zenmaity, and then you get Zenmaity Magician or something like that, or Rat, or something along those lines. No, I think you got Magician. And then you'd, like, activate something else, like a Shark in Hand or something like that. It was really cool. But other than those, like, 2 things, they're not really all that great. This is not a deck. I refuse to believe that it is. Gradle is a annoying as hell archetype. Holy crap. Firewall got Firewall banned, though. True. It wasn't the Nightmares. It was Firewall. Firewall was broken. It was also the Nightmares getting the Nightmares banned, though. So, because they were good cards. Gadgets are such a cool archetype in low power formats. In non-low power formats, they're terrible. But in low power formats, they're really cool. And I like them. I like the constant advantage. I'm going to normal summon a gadget, and now I'm going to normal summon another gadget. Next turn, I'm a normal summon a gadget. Grand Maju sucks. I hate Grand Maju. Die in hell, you stupid card. Classify an annoying deck. A deck that stops you from playing the game and stops itself from playing the game. A stun deck. To be fair, Flunder is based. True. These are the Guardians. Now, Iatos is a cool card. I like Iatos. The rest of the archetype is really bad, and it's also not very cool. So there you go. Su-ships! I like Su-ships. They're also pretty cool. Yep, that's it. I don't have anything to say. They're sushi. They are sushi battleships. There we go. Harpies are... They're fine. Divine One's like one of the Guardian equips. Yeah. Hazy Flames are funny, and that's about it. It's just become a meme, so that's it. I have no thoughts about its playstyle, because, yeah, I just... Okay. Helios is such a bad archetype, it makes me want to vomit. It's, like, just genuinely bad. How did these cards ever get printed? Holy crap, they are that ass. The Heralds of Ultimateness are also just very bad. Where's Drytron? These two encapsulate problems with, like, rituals and ritual support. It's just like, oh, we need to give them an infinite negate. And, oh, we also need to give them infinite combo pieces. It's like, no, you don't. Rituals are fine. Look at freaking Nekroz. Do stuff like that. Just make them consistent. Dear Lanta. Shoutouts to Guardian Elma being literally unplayable because Dagger is banned. True! This deck exists. I know what it does. I do not care for it. Helios' only claim to fame is Macrocosmos. Yep. Hieratics are really cool. I really like them. Probably not better than Below Chaos. They are like, I like the mechanic of like tributing something in order to gain additional advantage, and it, like things being tributed. Again, I like rituals. It kind of goes with the theme. Spellbooks are fine. I think spellbooks in theory are really cool. And in practice are absolutely terrible to play against. And are fine to play. Hieratic Gishki was fun back in the day. True. This is not an archetype. You cannot tell me that it is. It's just a bunch of the victory cards that are exclusive to the OCG, which I have no experience with, therefore not real. Is that Pharaoh's Serpent? What is this? What is this card? Horus. Oh, it's Horus. Horus is actually pretty cool. Pretty cool archetype. I've zoomed in too much. There we go. I really like the concept of Horus, but it is a bad card. I still like the archetype. What about Spellbook of Judgment? What about it? Invoked is the reason Spellbook exists? No. Spellbook existed before Invoked. Though Invoked did Spellbooks better. That's also not an archetype. You can't tell me it. Runic. Runic is fine. I actually like Runic. Again, the archetype is cool. the way people use it, not so much. But the actual archetype is pretty interesting. It's basically like a good mill deck, which is pretty unique. It's like the only one that's actually been successful in any way. Yes, in Master Duel, it is absolutely toxic. But Dear Lanta, it's actually pretty cool. And it's like all about resource management, which is something that Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't really have very much of. So it's pretty cool. I know most of these are just like synchro monsters, and they're pretty decent, but like psychics are okay. Runic with a K, yes. I like the Nordic roots of Runic. Yeah. Runic's like art style is really cool as well. And like the theory behind it, it's pretty cool. Banish, install, and draw 3. So fun. Maybe not for you, but for the Runic player, hell yeah. Ignister, or Ignites. Ignites are... Oh, they're so associated with, like, FTKs. But if they're not FTKing you, they're another shit pendulum deck. Where are the pendulums? Where'd I put the pendulums? There we go. Chalice Slime, or more specifically, the Incantations. I actually really like the Incantations because I like rituals. We're gonna put them right next to all the rituals. Flunder! Oh, you're gonna be real sad. For hires down here. Ignites are sadly an FTK slave. Yeah. If they're not FTKing, they're pretty cool. Infernity is also really cool. I love the handless combo. I'm not gonna lie. They're dope. Above dangers. Infernoble is also really cool, but also really annoying. But not that annoying. But also yes, but also no. They're Noble Knights, but not as cool. Get burb. Infernoids, Dear Lanta, I despise this deck. Decatron, why do you exist? You just shut down my Dark Lord plays. One of my first locals I ever went to, I played against Infernoid and Dear Lanta. It was ass. Oh, I hated this card. I hated that deck, and I still do. It's a horrible archetype that just is entirely reliant on getting lucky, which is dumb. I don't like that. Yeah, not a fan of Infernoid. Inferno Tempest is also a absolutely abysmal deck that exists for some reason. Holy crap. Just OTK yourself by banishing everything. Just get rid of everything. As someone who plays Tri-Brigade for hire, I'm sad. I'm sorry. I can't look like a furry. Infinitrack. Infinitrack's fine. I'm gonna put Infinitrack like up here. Next to Fire King. It's like the Earth equivalent of Fire King in my eyes. I like that Infernoble Knights are based on the 12 Knights of Charlemagne. Yeah, I think Infernoble Knights are really cool. Same with like Noble Knights. They have like some really cool lore, but these are anyway. But they're not crazy. Lost to an Infernoid player in Duel Links. Decatron is annoying. Yes, sir. Invoked. Normal Alistair. Normal Alistair. That's Surge. That's Surge. That's a Surge. Yeah. Invoked is cool. Invoked is what Spellbook wishes it was. It's super cool. Normal Alistair is actually super awesome. It's a nice like support for anything that doesn't want to like normal summon. Although nowadays we would just play Adventure, but Adventure is also limited in Master Duel and OCG, which is dumb. Invokes is fun when paired with other decks, especially. Yeah. Insector. I haven't personally played the deck, so I wouldn't really know. But I do enjoy watching other people play it. Like, it's a really cool archetype, especially back in the day. But now, like, a single hand trap just, like, kills it. But I don't know. It's cool. It's, like, a bunch of bugs in power suit armor. Or men in power suit armor of bugs. It's like Power Rangers, but lame. Or, yeah, Kamen Rider. There we go. That's the name of it. Iron Chain is a deck, I promise. I want to put it here because, like, it's not a deck. But I have no thoughts towards it. It's, yeah, whatever. Does Insector do anything in 2023? Back in the day it was fun? No. No, it doesn't do anything. Kawaki Mairu is very cool in concept. Like, it's such an awesome concept that just sucks. And, like, it's terrible to play. But its concept is so cool. My eyes. My brain. Jinzo. I'm sorry, I just don't like this Jinzo deck. It's mostly the deck that I don't like. I think Jinzo is really cool, but the deck is just, like, not fun. I don't know, maybe it's, like, tolerable. It's just kind of, like, Jormungandr is really cool. This is Generator. But I really like Jormungandr. Just, like, the snake lore is nice. Also, the art for this deck is actually really good. I'm gonna put it above Runic. Just for, like, art alone. Like, okay, boss stage sucks. But just about all of the actual Gene Raider bosses are really cool. The way you said, I promise this is a deck, makes it sound like you were trying to prove this deck didn't come to you in a dream. And that you're gaslighting us. I'm not! I swear it's real. Lightsworn. I don't know. It's fine. I don't know. Gene Raider Horror looks so cool. And he has a good animation. Yeah. The Iron Chains are real. I promise. Jurax are so abysmally bad, and it makes me sad. But it's also a Dino deck, so, like, who cares? I like how Gene Raiders have ties with Runics and also based on Norse mythology. Yeah, Gene Raiders are pretty cool. Karakuri. Karakuri is really cool. I like synchro spam decks. I like synchro summoning. I need to build this deck, Dear Lanta. I even have it on my notes right here. It says Karakuri. Build Karakuri. So I need to play Karakuri. The deck's super fun. Yeah, super fun to play against. Super fun to play. Really cool mechanics. Really cool idea and style. And synchro summoning spam. Let's go! I have a soft spot for Lightsworn. Gambling is fun. You're going to really like Teeter. Nightmares are... Actually, really... I'm not a fan of the Nightmares. Nightmares kind of ruined Yu-Gi-Oh! Per se, because now you can just link off into anything to fix a problem, right? But specifically, like, half of them are just broken. It truly changed how Link summoning worked, and is just not good. However, I really like Unicorn. Unicorn in particular, I think is really cool. The rest of them, not so much. Koitsu, Doitsu, and the other one are funny, and that's about it. But they're not even, like, that funny. They're about as funny as Feet. Iron Chain Repairman is a crazy tuner. True. Almost half of them are banned for some reason. Yeah. For a good reason. I don't like Cosmo. Cosmo is annoying. That's it. What about Phoenix? Yeah, I'm not a fan of Phoenix. Crawlers deserve to burn in hell. I hate this deck. That's all. I just don't like it. I don't really have a good reason. Yeah, that's it. I just don't have a good reason. They're just annoying. Layer of Darkness is a terrible card. Just a horrible card. There you go. What the heck? What is this? Lavavel. Lavavel. It's so bad. It's such a bad archetype. Like, it doesn't do anything, but I think conceptually it's pretty cool. Flip decks are kind of annoying. Some flip decks. Most flip decks. Yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Although one flip deck is one of my favorites. Lava ass trashier. Truly, they are bad, but I like them. They're kind of funny. 6am. I am not a fan of them. Similar in nature to Ancient Warriors. They fulfill a very similar role in a lot of people's minds, although they don't OTK, which is why they're probably a little bit better. But their combos also take... In modern day, 6 Samurai combos are so long. It's not fun. Maybe Dominoes. Maybe it does. Oh, here's the level. There you go. Gate or scoop. Libromancer! I'm a mance your Libro. I actually have... I actually don't like this. It's similar in nature to Drytron, where it's like, we're going to take a whole bunch of main deck monsters and spells and stuff like that, and end on a boss monster that's a ritual. And it's like, oh, that's boring. Instead of like using rituals as the mechanic. So, not my favorite. Live Twins. I actually just don't like Live Twins. Similar to Dragon Maid, except the deck is also annoying. So, oof. Lord of the Red is not a deck. You cannot tell me that it is. You're lying to me. Lunalights. Lunalight Tiger exists, and therefore I cannot put Lunalights higher than Tolerate. I think the rest of the deck... No, they also OTK, which I really don't like. No, you're right. They are bad. They're worse than Blue Eyes. That's crazy. I actually like Live Twins. That's okay. Ancient Warriors are China, Noble Knights are European, and Samurai are Japan. Yeah, except the difference is Ancient Warriors, OTK, 6 Samurai take 10 years, and Noble Knights use equips. 2 of these things are not based. One of them is. Let's just flip off chat, it's fine. Lycanthrope is also not a deck. That's just not a deck. Lyralisks! I like Lyralisks. They're cool. Yay. I can't believe it's not a once per turn. True. Machina. Machina is actually pretty cool. Cool concept. That's it. Just big earth machine bunguses. Furry. True. At least I'm not a scaly. I actually really don't like the Magical Musketeers. I think Magical Musketeers, if Magical Musketeers didn't have specifically Max, this deck would be really cool, right? But instead they just get a Soul Charge from deck, which is stupid. But why? Why do they get to do that? But I think in concept, cool. All of the archetypes that the Bracelet girls use are kind of brain dead in my opinion, especially Melodious. Well, that sucks. Because I like Lyralisk. I think Lyralisk is just really cool, but okay. I know how much advantages they get, and that their main negate is a counter trap, so you just can't respond to it. Yeah. Worst part is Max is a Link one. True. What is this? This is the Magic Key. Magic Key is fine. I literally have no thoughts about it. The 4 Live Twin Link Forest I got just magically became dust. True. Magispector! Magispector is a cool archetype for pendulum summoning. I actually really like them. They're similar in nature to Dynamists for me, where it's like the control version of Dynamist. Dynamist wants to OTK you and like punch you real hard with big monsters. Whereas Magispector wants to just like sit and control the field with their guys that are difficult to out, which is cool. It's not great, but it's cool. Malefics are so bad that it's funny. But not quite that funny. Magic Spectres are cool and do not have a unicorn in their archetype, so it's even cooler. Bring back Kieran! You can bring back Kieran! Just ban Electromite and we can bring back Kieran, I promise. It doesn't change anything. This is a fork. I'm sorry, the fork is goated. What? Why is there a fork? I don't even know this archetype, but fork. Magic Spectre is fun to play. Yep. Valence is a... It's a... I'll tolerate it. It's a pendulum deck that I tolerate. Level 30 Fiends from Arc V. Interesting. Magic Spectres with no Pegasus. Marincess... It's a Towers deck. I don't like Towers decks. They're super boring. You just kind of like sit there and you go, haha, I have Bagooska and a Towers that also makes it so that you can't attack my Bagooska. Ahaha. And you're just like, oh, great, okay, fine, so whatever. Agents are... Yeah, agents are cool. I like a lot of their support. I like the playstyle, like, just using fairies in general. The Sanctuary in the Sky is cool. Stuff like that. Pretty cool. Valence is cool in theory, but in practice it's just another FTK deck that takes too long. True. True. Okay, this is Draco Slayer. But we've already done Draco Slayer. So I'm just going to put it here. Shh, we've already done that. I like all Cyber decks, but that's because it's my favorite monster type. Interesting. I don't really have a favorite monster type. It's probably Fairy, I guess. True Draco's fine. The original Draco Slayers, yeah. But we already did Draco Slayers. And I included them in that discussion. What? What is it? What? Not a deck. Nope. That's just not a thing. No. What is this? Mecha Phantom Beasts. Mecha Phantom Beasts are fine. They have some really powerful extra deck monsters, but other than that, they're fine. We'll put them here. Materiactor. It's not a thing. You're lying to me. Megalith! Megalith is cool. I really like Megalith. Megalith is cool. Me have warrior as favorite archetype. Oonga booga. True. Mech Knights are... well, they make you play around the Mech Knight columns, which is annoying, but other than that, I think they're pretty decent. An actual decent ritual deck. Crazy. And it's decent at best. Mech Lords are just horrible in concept, in practice, in theory, in design, in everything. But at least they're not horrible to play against. Mech Knights are just floodgates? Kind of. But only for, like, synchro monsters. They're really, really bad floodgates. So I don't really care. Melfi! Mommy. Mech Lords are so bad, it's funny. Yeah, kind of. Melfis... Yeah, they're fine. Cloud Strife must have gaslit the poster into believing Materiactor is a deck. True. Oh, it's the Djinns, but this time they're just Xyz monsters, which is an archetype that exists for some reason. I don't know. They're bad. They're not even fun. They're just level 3 dinguses that I don't like. However, Atlanteans are cool. They're a cool water deck. They can go above the fork. What is this? Metaphys? Ah, Metaphys. Metaphys can go burn in the fiery pits of Tartarus. Metaphys is only this low because of how absolutely absurdly obnoxious it is to play in Duel Links. Why did I do that? Why did I allow that through? I saw the comment. I could have clicked a no. Metaphys. Yep. The Mist Valley cards exist. That's for certain. The Mist Valley cards do indeed exist. That is a thing. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Yep. My finger is getting tired. Isn't that funny? Moki Moki is a deck. Theoretically. Monk Fighter is also theoretically a deck. That's not... There's like 4 cards in this, but... okay, sure. Could you say for certain they exist? Yes. No, I have no idea. Morphtronics. Okay, Morphtronics are really cool. Too bad they don't do anything. Also, Telephon is like the FTK enabler, but they have some cool mechanics. Monk Fighter made it into the list. Yes. This is the spiders. The spiders are a deck also. Don't even know if the new Monkey Monkey cards did anything. They didn't. What's up, Ascended? How you doing? Dawn Zalug is a cool card. Everything else in the Dark Scorpions sucks. But Dawn Zalug is cool. So therefore, there we go. Has anyone ever made a Telephon deck that doesn't FTK? Yes, I have seen it. And it's just like a pseudo FTK where they just make like a whole bunch of insane board or like negates and stuff like that. Chick can be scary. Not really. Oh, cool. It's another terrible shit pendulum deck. Woo. Mutant. Mutant is fine, I guess. They'll print more Moki Moki cards, don't worry. True. Naturia. Okay. Oh, where do I put this? So the new Naturia support makes the deck actually just awful. I despise the new Naturia deck. But a lot of the cards are pretty cool. However, because I despise the new stuff, and there isn't really anything old to go off of, I'm not a fan of Naturia. Also, most of the Naturia cards are just like more or less pseudo floodgates. It's really annoying. Oh, yo, Gravekeepers. Gravekeepers are... I don't hate Gravekeepers. They're fine. Even though I play a lot of like graveyard strategies, I still don't hate Gravekeepers. They're like they do stuff. There's something worse than that though. Naturia is like a Ice Barrier, Godly Synchros, bad main deck. Not anymore. Not anymore. Yep, Necros. Usually the tech back rows make Gravekeepers such a pain. Yeah, mostly. Necros is, yeah, just really fun. I like the idea of the deck being able to use the ritual monsters as like a hand effect, and then being able to summon them back. Actually utilizing the ritual monsters as the monsters is really cool. They have easy access to their spells. Just like, the definition of what a ritual deck should be. Fuck Velk. I hate him in Duel Links. That's understandable. But to be fair, Necroz is like, that is just what it should be. We've already done this because this is just, it's ciphers technically, which is the same thing as photons in my eyes, which I think I already put photons over here somewhere. Photons, there it is. I lost to Necroz in Duel Links recently, but I couldn't even be mad. Necroz is cool. This is not a deck. You can't tell me that. It's Neospatians are not a thing. Not a thing. Just not a thing. Okay, they are a thing. I gotta rank them. They're absolute shit tier. Just, oh gosh. Which is better, Teledad or Zodiac? Obviously Zodiac. Obviously. Nephthys is what rituals think they want, but in reality they don't want it, because it's actually also terrible. Punk is cool. I like Punk. Too bad E-Telly exists. As long as they don't Ginlock? Yeah. That's true. Is this Battling Boxer? What is this? What the hell? What are you? Yeah, it is Battling Boxer. I figured, but I didn't know. I like all the XZs just right in a row. I don't know. They're all the same to me. Utopia is another deck that exists. You can go down here. Neo Mole might be able to do stuff today. Yeah. Gimmick puppets are... I really hate their artwork. Just bad artwork. That's like it. Other than that, I think it's fine. Utopia is my favorite card. I'm sorry. Crooked Cook is not really an archetype. It's also just horrible design. It's like, I have an unaffected Bungus. Oh, great. I also really hate this raccoon. I genuinely don't even know. Like, I know the archetype and I know what it does, but also, does it do anything really? Is it anything at all? Hey, Numeron. Numeron is a horribly, terribly, just truly bafflingly designed archetype that just doesn't do anything without the field spell, which I hate to begin with. And then on top of that, it's either an OTK deck or a stun deck that prevents you from playing the game. So yeah, great card design, Konami, just truly phenomenal. Speaking of shit card design, Kairu Yoshin does the exact same thing. Umi is such a cool card that has so many cool applications, and Kairu Yoshin said, die to all of those cool applications. Hate this card. Hate this archetype. Absolute trash. It's not quite Burn in Hell, but it's close. This is not a deck. You can't tell me that it is. Odd Eyes. Odd Eyes are like one of the worst designed archetypes visually. It's baffling how bad they are. Just every card looks mediocre at best. It's sad. I really like Norse mythology, but other than that, the Aesir kind of suck. The Heraldrics? Yeah, I know. Orbs. Ogdotics are supposed to be good reptiles, and they're just not. Umi is basically the blue eyes of field spells. True. Yep. Yep. Ojamas! I actually don't like Ojamas. Again, similar in nature to Odd Eyes. They just look like crap. And I get that's like the point. But that's why I don't like them, is because they look bad. And also their playstyle is also annoying. If I wanted to see balls, all over cards, I know places that don't need hot eyes. What is this card? Oop. No, seriously, what is this? Huh? Oh, Dream Mirror. Yeah, it's just Dream Mirror. You guys got that right. Dream Mirror, I want to put in good because its artwork is pretty solid. But its gameplay and everything about it, other than specifically its artwork, is just bad. The Azir gods need to retrain? True. Hey, Orchist. Orchist is hype. Orchist is sick. I like Orchist. Orchist is cool. Nice art, shitty deck. Worst pick you could have taken of Google. True. Look, sometimes you just can't find better ones. The entities are just card design at its worst, and yet they look so cool! I'm sorry, just about every entity in that archetype is cool. Just the artwork alone. Horrible card design. Great artwork. I wish we got more stuff like this. Yeah, half the cards, most of the cards. The only one that's not is like Entis. I like Paleos. Paleos are also like a really cool card design. In like mechanics, more so than like actual visuals. But they're also based on like fossils and stuff. I can't remember the name of. Yeah, just like based on like old, like early evolutionary fossils, which is really cool. Orcs is one of the few combo decks that can survive any board breaker on its own. Yeah. What is this? I'm sorry, what are you? What are you? Palladium Oracles. Ah, this is technically Dark Magician support, but it's like really bad Dark Magician support. The Marin fossils, thank you. Thank you, yes. They're based on our early relatives. Exactly. Penguins! Penguins are cool. No, they're below gadgets. Magician. What are they called? I think they're just called the Magicians. The, like, Performa Pal Magician archetype is... I don't know. They're fine. They have some pretty interesting cards, but they don't really do anything together. They're kind of pendulum support, but they're kind of not. Perform Age, thank you. They're okay. Performa Pal, on the other hand, is a bad pendulum archetype that I do not like. Phantasm Spiral City is a deck that entirely relies on its field spell. However, using like normal and non-effect monsters I think is pretty cool, but this one relies on a field spell, which I do not like. Field spells are, or just like an archetype that entirely relies on a field spell is just lame. Phantom Beasts is technically an archetype. But no, you don't like any pendulum archetype. Yes. That's true. I know this one is fine. This is not real. You can't tell me this. Also, this is not an archetype, but I don't know. Pepe best deck, probably. Gustos. You'd think if I like ritual beasts, I'd like Gustos, but nope, I despise Gustos. Gustos are freaking awful. They're so annoying. Do Mecha Phantom Beasts count as Phantom Beasts? I have no idea. That Xyz is a photon card. Why is it separate? I don't know. This is also not an archetype. I don't know what it is, but it's not an archetype, I'll tell you that. This is technically an archetype, and it's a terrible archetype, and it's not even funny. Power tools. They're fine. Whatever. Prank kids. Prank kids are bad. I just don't like them. More a personal thing, but they're just bad. Bad design. Bad card design. They look gross. They're bad boss monsters. Bad everything. Just spell captures. Predaplants. Predaplants. Yeah, they're fine. They have some things that I like. They have some things that I don't. I like the idea of putting Predaplant counters on the opponent's cards to gain advantage, and then, you know, potentially like fuse with the cards, which is kind of cool. But most of the time it's just bad. Prediction Princess is just an archetype. I can't really say anything. Can't stand Battle Butler. Yeah. The Psyframes are pretty cool. I really like Gamma. That's it. I just really like Gamma. Prank kids are like those annoying kids that won't stop causing disturbances. True. Okay. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm gonna zoom out here. Oh, you can't see shit. We'll just do this. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm back. My finger hurts. Because I'm like clicking and dragging everything. Yikes. Okay. Zoom in again. Alright. This is just Lightsworn. It's just Lightsworn. It's the same thing, but darks, technically. Okay. What is this? Oh, Pyrotech. Aren't there like 4 cards in this archetype or something like that? I actually just don't know what this archetype does. Clee forts are cool besides towers, and even towers now is like fine. So, actually, no, towers kind of sucks. I don't know. They're fine. They're whatever. Punish dragon? What? Could you share the link to the template? Yeah, hold on. What? Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. There you go. Oh no, this is Finger's hood. Yeah, I know. Raid Raptor. Raid Raptor's cool. I mean, I lied. They're not. They're not cool. They're not. Just another Towers deck. Reactor Slime. This is also not an archetype. It's like support for God Eyes. Or gods. God Dragon. The Egyptian gods. There we go. Kali Yuga Turbo Merman. True. Just pin it? Oh, true. Alright. RDA. RDA's fine. They exist. Red Eyes is like by far one of the worst anime decks. And that's it. I mean, they're fine. Red Raptor art sucks. Meh. That's not a thing. Reptilians! 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 I actually really just don't like their mechanics, nor their art, nor their playstyle, nor the fact that they changed my monsters to 0! Resonators are also fine. They can go right next to RDA. Vendrids. Vendrids are cool. Whereas they go at the top of the rituals. What is this? Is this Rika? Magistus. Okay. Magistus is... I've actually literally never seen this deck do anything. I have no idea what this deck actually does. Weird Raptor stole the founder of DDD Inc. True. Ritual Beasts! I love Ritual Beasts. Ritual Beasts are super cool. I'm actually gonna put card like clear down here. There we go. Yeah, I like Ritual Beasts. Actually, they go up here. This goes up here. This goes up here. There we go. Okay. Magistus is another Floodgate deck. Cool. Salad is fine. They're okay. Satellar is similar to Constellar. Where's the... There it is. Yeah. Satellar, Constellar are same thing. They're both bad. Scareclaw. I don't like Scareclaw. I don't like its art. I don't like its story. I don't like how many cards it got. I don't like the playstyle. I don't like the idea. I don't like anything. It's just bad. Just meh. Meh. Scraps. Scraps are fine. Okay, this is technically an archetype, but like, who cares? You know? Also, technically an archetype, but it's got like 5 cards. All of which do jack shit. Ritual Beasts are the first modern Yu-Gi-Oh deck. I feel like Nekroz is more so that than anything, but yeah, kinda. Which one's this one? Oh, S-Force. I have literally never seen this deck do anything. And it's not like I haven't played against the deck. They just didn't do anything. I can't say whether they've done anything. Hey, Shaddolls. Yeah, Shaddolls are just freaking fire, dude. Shaddolls are great. I love Shaddolls. They're my favorite control deck. And they're only kind of a control deck. Don't know why they used the field spell for that one. True. Shark. I hate sharks. I just another poorly designed deck. Poorly designed archetype. Shaddols are cool minus Winda. I like Winda. I think Winda is one of the few floodgates that actually just makes sense. Because it doesn't lock you out of normal summoning. It doesn't lock you in any way. Yes, it has protection, but it's very easy to get over. And unlike a lot of other floodgates that are like back row, it's specifically a monster, which is so much easier to deal with, right? Like, there are so many more ways to negate a monster effect than there are to, like, deal with spells and traps. Which is why I like Winda. Winda's, like, one of the few floodgates I'm like, no, that's like, a fine floodgate. It is annoying. Some decks don't have an out to that. That's just the case. But it's still good. Where's what's her face? Where'd she go? Where is she? Where is she? I don't know. He goes over here. Make that case for Darklaw then. You won't. Darklaw is an ass card that prevents a lot of decks from actually doing anything. And the main reason that I don't like Darklaw is because it's not a fusion monster. It isn't as easy to deal with. The difference between 24 and 22 is quite substantial when dealing with a floodgate. On top of that, it also prevents, like, it rips cards out of your hand, which means that you could potentially deal with the out to that card. On top of that, it's part of heroes, and fuck heroes. And on top of that, mask change means that you can do it on the opponent's turn, which is a horrible idea. Now, granted, you could also do Wind on the opponent's turn due to Schism, which is also just stupid. Banished floodgates are the worst, yes. Because it either does everything and entirely shuts you down, or it does nothing. Also, most of the time it's paired with, like, a DPE, which really made Darklaw awful. Shiranui is cool and based and interesting and a cool archetype. I like it. Maybe not more than vampires. Simorgs. Honestly, most of the Simorgs are pretty cool. But not crazy. Also, Mask Change 2. Oh, yeah, Mask Change 2 is a terrible mistake of a card. That's more so Mask Change. No, it is Darklaw's fault. No, I will say. I will say it's Darklaw's fault. Skull Serpent! This is, like, my favorite meme deck. It's just a meme deck, but it's my favorite. It's so funny. I love watching people just absolutely get bodied by it. I hate playing against it, but dear Lanta, it's fun. Mask Change 2 never needed to exist, but it did. True. True. Yep. It really did. This is just a crap pendulum archetype. Yay, pendulums. Sky Striker. I actually like... I don't like playing the deck, even though I have played it. But I enjoy playing against Sky Striker. Besides Engage, this deck is very interesting to play against, and it's pretty nice. It's one of the more fair and interesting control decks, even though, yes, they do, like, have no hard ones per turns. But the thing is that all of their stuff targets. So if you have any sort of target protection, you just, they can't do anything, right? And more importantly, they're not doing anything too overpowered besides Engage. Besides Engage, the deck is fine. Engage just make me mad to watch resolve. Yeah, exactly. Do you think Shiranui / Zombie would see more play with Runic running around? No. What? Oh, it's Sulfachord. Why are they not... Okay, whatever. Why are they not, like, using the mommy Sulfachord? Sulfachord is such a... Sulfachord has one spell that just is... It's actually insane. It's just free penned scales. But the archetype is so bad that they can do that, which I hate. That is just awful. Oh, dinosaurs, by the way. Have you read Misk? If dinosaurs didn't have Misk, they'd be, like, up here. But because of Miscellaneousaurus, and because it exists, I cannot put them higher than bad. They are just... Why? Why? Speedroids are... fine. If Engage was banned, I would hate it less, yeah. It's DDD Gilgamesh in an unplayable archetype. Yep. Didn't it get a new Link monster that makes it sort of better? Yes. But it's still bad card design. Splight! Let's go! Yeah! Splight! Okay. Gotta give my spiel about Splight. So, Splight, first and foremost, utilizes a mechanic that has never really been seen before in the theming of a specific number. That being 2. Link 2, rank 2, level 2. Really cool. That's like the first of its kind. On top of that, it's good. And like, it's fun to play. It's got varied lines. It does a whole bunch of different things. Its support cards are interesting. It doesn't just set up an infinite negate board. It uses spells and traps as well as monsters in order to interact with the opponent. It's just like awesome in so many ways. Level 2 was kind of useless before Splight. Yep. It really just like took an entire mechanic and like an entire system and made it really good. Like Link 2s, to be fair, have always been good. Just Link 2s, getting 2 monsters onto the field is super easy. Great. But then, like, the rank 2s were all pretty terrible until Splight came out. And now it's great. I love it. Thunder Dragon Colossus Turbo. If I was unbanned. If it was unbanned. No, because they don't activate anything in hand. You'd have to be playing like something that activates in hand. It doesn't really Thunder Dragon Colossus Turbo. Because all of their cards activate on field. Splight's cool. I love them. I also really like their artwork. Nemesis Corridor? Yeah, but then you'd have to be playing Nemesis Corridor. Right? And you'd also have to get a card banished. So, that's just adding bricks. Like, Splight doesn't inherently make Thunder Dragon Colossus. You'd have to play other cards to facilitate that, right? Springins are a really cool conceptual deck that just suck. Gonna get Toad banned in Master Duel. That's what they did in the OCG, right? Yeah, that is what they did in the OCG, but I honestly think Ronin Totem is probably going to be banned because that is very much so more so the problem. Spiral is also really cool. I really like Spiral. Absolutely broken, busted for a long period of time. And deserves to be limited in some capacity in Master Duel. Still a really cool deck, though. I really like its playstyle. Didn't think I would, but I do. Stardust. I am a Yusei fanboy. Boom. Goes to the top. It just goes to the top. It's fine. Starry Nights. I actually really like Starry Nights. Starry Nights are fun. I hate that I like it, but I do. Quick Fix should never have come off the limited list. Yes, I agree. Wow. Stick and Chair. I actually also like the Stick and Chair combo. It's funny. Mostly because it's funny. Clear Mindo. Trap monsters are an archetype, technically. Going fast makes me feel alive. Oh, forgive the hero hate. Look, I like synchros. That's it. This is also a funny deck. It's just like statues. And it's like the Maui Interceptor Cannon and stuff like that. It's funny. Still can't do the lines for Synchron for shit, though. Dragon Link is a cool archetype. I really like him. I'm gonna go here. Excel Synchro. Guru is just fuck Guru. Subterrors are fine. That card, burn in hell. Where you belong. Where you belong. I love Summon Skull. Summon Skull is genuinely one of my favorite cards. That deck is terrible. Every other card is terrible. Except for Archfiend Skull. Archfiend Skull is cool. Summon Skull, based. Defense OTK is the funniest deck ever made. True. True. It's actually hilarious. Summon Reactor is a deck, I promise. Sun Avalon is actually Oh, it's actually cool because it uses a normal monster to go through all these cool combos, and it does cool plant things, but also it's awful because Rika's... But that's Rika, so we'll just put it here. Attack the face down just to obliterate yourself with 8 to 15k damage. Yep. It's actually hilarious. Super what? Super Crashborg. That's not a thing. I'm sorry, huh? Super Defense Robot Monkey. Oh, it's Crash Bug. These are not cards. What? Huh? Lies. Not real. Zexal filler stuff. Those aren't real. You can't tell me they're real. Trains are... Okay. I'm actually going to put them down here. They're okay. Super Heavy Samurais are also fine. Super Quants are whatever. Choo-choo OTK. Exactly. That last little bit. Trains would be cooler if it didn't OTK. If it wasn't just OTK. Is this Vehicroid? Yes, sir. Yes, it is. Alright, Vehicroid. Dude, I hate this art style. I hate the cards. I don't like the play style. I don't even know what it does. Which is why I like trains. Fair enough. Coco Power Rangers. Coco Power Rangers. This is also a deck that exists. This isn't a deck. I'm sorry. You can't tell me Swamp Battle Guard and the other Battle Guard are technically in archetype. Yeah. Swaswo is awesome. Just, I love its playstyle. I also really like its artwork. A lot of the artwork is phenomenal. Oh, it's so good. Sylvans, I mean, when Soul Charge existed, Sylvans are fine. Oh, these are the Warrior Band monsters. I actually have never witnessed these ever. Oh, no. They're like pendulums. No, I have seen these. They're fine. Zarxmato, because I'm strong. True. But tell me your feelings on Protoss. Fuck Protoss. Go die in a hole. Rika is also very bad. Mostly due to the recent support, Rika has become just incredibly obnoxious. It's like, oh, I'm just going to tribute off your own monsters. Ahaha, die. And it's like, oh, great. Fun. And I'm also going to take 10 years to set up my combo. Tyr. Tyr is one of the greatest decks ever printed. And, yeah, it's just, it's... Look, I may be sick of it, but it's still a great deck. The Sword Soul Hate is from Protoss. That's yeah. Dragon Rulers are, I don't know, they're fine. Honestly, most of the Dragon Rulers could probably be limited to one and not really cause much issue. However, a big mass of them would cause issues. I actually don't like TGs. You would think, because I like the 5Ds anime, and I like Synchro Summoning, that I'd like TGs. I just don't. They're just lame. They're so stupid. Hey! It's this archetype. Bestials. Bestials are freaking pog, dude. I love Bestials. They're so cool. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. The whole archetype of Bestials just... I love them. Without a Shizu, the deck is cool. Yeah. Tyr is, again, one of the best archetypes ever printed. One of the best decks in terms of, like, card design, art, playstyle, meta relevance, etc. They're just like the piece de resistance for Konami. That's not an archetype. You can't tell me. No, that's just Dark Magician support. Shut up. Fabled exist. I'm just not ready for Magnemite, man. Karibo exists. It's so bad. It's just that bad. I don't know what else to say. Legendary Fisherman. No, I actually don't like this deck. Its art style sucks. Its play style sucks. It's just me. Tamiya's has an archetype. No, it doesn't. Liar. Tempest was the first card I ever pulled. Interesting. Phantom Knights are cool. They're not crazy. No, that's way too high. They're not crazy, but they're better than Ben-K. No, not by much. Infinity +1 monster. No, that's only in the anime. That doesn't actually exist. That is a lie. Weather Painters. Alright, here's where the controversy begins. Fuck Weather Painters. Dude, I hate Weather Painters. Hated them in Duel Links. I still hate them now. They're not cool. They're not based. They're not interesting. They have like 2 good artworks. And everyone's like, Weather Painters is so cool. So, no, it's not. You just like the mommy. That's okay. You can like mommy. That's okay. I do too. It's not fun though. It's just a Floodgate deck. True. Burn in Hell? Not quite. They're not quite there. But they're close. They're ever so close. They have the mommy. I can't stress. That really does bring it up. I like the art, but I won't pretend it's cool. Yeah. I think also the lore behind it is pretty cool. What even is this? Hold on. What am I looking at? What is this card? What are you? Is this? I don't know what this is. No, I do know what this is. It's the Wicked Avatars, right? Yeah, that can go there. Yeah, the Wicked Gods. That's what they're called. What is that? Gores? No. Thousand Eyes Restrict is... it's actually pretty cool. It's one of my favorite archetypes from the OG anime. An error occurred. Thundra. Okay. If we ban Colossus, if Colossus is not a card, Thundra is like up here. But because Colossus is a card, it's like significantly lower. Suck. Thundra is really cool though. I also really like Titan. Titan is one of the coolest boss monsters. Hey, it's this other archetype that technically exists. That's also just fucking horrible. Here, we'll put Timaeus right next to it. Just why? Why? I still don't like Titan. Titan is one of the coolest What do you mean? Colossus? Sure. Titan? Nah, Titan's cool. Titan's awesome. I love it. It misses timing! This is Time Lords. Time Lords can burn in hell. They're just stupid fucking archetype. Gosh. Time Thieves! Time Thieves are cool. Time Thieves are based. Time Thieves are... I have too many archetypes that I like. Yeah, we'll go there. Doctor Who deck. True. Tindangler. I hate flip decks. Frog! Frogs are cool. Yeah, the frog toad archetype is actually pretty cool. Redoer is one of my favorite cards. Redoer is cool. Time Thieves have an anime. I didn't know that. Tunes. Okay, playing against Tunes is really annoying because it's one of those decks that just doesn't do anything, or they just absolutely clobber you with like just the most sacky cards, like Snatch Steal and the like. But there's still tunes, and Yugi Boy. Trap Tricks can burn with Chronos. Just what? We do not like lollies here. That is just the case. Treasure Panda is normal. I'm guessing this is like normal monster support deck. This is not a thing. I do not know what this is, and I do not... Wait. Oh, it's that archetype. Oh, it's like the Pikaru thing. Pikaru and the White Princess and something like... I don't know what that deck does. Trimids can also go burn in hell. Fuck you. Stupid Duel Links piece of shit that everyone likes. Die. Die! Those two. It's not a functional deck. It's not a thing. Tri-Brigade! Goated. Goated. Top tier. Best deck. Happy days. Tri-Brigade is Pog. Tri-Brigade is everything that I like about Yu-Gi-Oh! Fun combos that don't just lock your opponent out of the game, with powerful recursion, back and forth, cool artwork, great card design, unique mechanic, dope as hell. Yeah! It's also based off Chrono Triggers, or Chrono Rulers, if I remember correctly. Wait, what? Shureg Best Boy, true. Trickstars, they're fine. I don't care. Ice Barriers. Okay, look, their Synchro monsters are just that cool. The rest of them, terrible. Their Synchro monsters... Utopia, Future, 2-mana, Apo, Arclight, Revolt, Pass, Moment. But that's Lyrilisc Tri-Brigade. I'm talking Tri-Brigade. Tri-Brigade is cool. UA is fine. B-Troopers are fine. And his name is John Cena, yes. What is what is this? Huh? Umbral Horror? That's not a thing. Unchained can go dine in hell. Okay, let me explain why I don't like Unchained. Unchained is a deck that you are either entirely equipped to stifle and prevent their play, or are just going to grind and die slowly, or what happens sometimes, very rarely, they just can't do anything because you like banish and stuff like that. You just like aren't equipped to deal with them because you don't like banish. You just destroy. I don't know. I don't like them stealing my monsters. I think that's super annoying. And yeah, I just don't like them. I just don't like them. It's a personal thing. Just Unchained are annoying. Ursa Arctic exists. It is a deck that exists. That's true. Valkyries also exist. This... Yeah, I don't have anything. Unchained loses to like one hand trap most of the time. Yep. I could talk about Unchained more, but basically the idea is, the reason I don't like Unchained is it's just annoying to play against. It steals your monsters and links them off to make better monsters for itself. It continuously floats. It takes you to the grind game. It normally goes second to play like powerfully obnoxious cards like Evenly Matched and the like. At least in Master Duel. If it does go first, it's just setting like a whole bunch of traps, and it's just like everything that's bleh. Vernisylphs are, I don't know, they're okay. They're kind of like the Ishizu cards, but not horribly designed. And in their own archetype. I do not like the Cubics. They're funny, but they're also super annoying. Fun fact, every Unchained card has the word destroy in almost all of its card texts. Yep. I really, really like the style of Virtual Worlds. Like, using another card to gain advantage utilizing the Virtual Worlds is really cool. I think their mechanics are really cool. I think Chuche is a cool card. I think Chuanwu and like all of their spells and traps are really cool. Just overall, dope archetype. Good thing VFD is banned. We've already talked about that one. Volcanics are really awesome and just have no support. And it's just sad. It's just sad. Volcanics need more support, Konami. Print Pyro support, please. Calamity's Turbo deck. Yeah. Vylons! I have no real regard for Vylons. They exist in my mind somewhere. Warrock best funny deck. Let's go. Warrocks are absolute trash, and I love them to pieces, mostly because they actually have some decent artwork, but more importantly, it's funny. That's it. This is my funny deck. Pay 96 as a skeleton at this point. True. Volcanic support win. Please! Just Pyro support. Please. Anything. Alright. Here's more controversy. I love the adventure cards. They are super cool. Illegal Knight, Griffin Rider, Water Enchantress, Rite of Aramasir, Fateful Adventure, Dracoback. The other equip and field spells also are there. The Adventure Engine and the Adventure deck is cool. And I love its support for a myriad of different archetypes. It's just cool. It's just cool. That's all. The Watts are thing. Wind-ups! I like wind-ups. Wind-ups are cool. Isekai the deck. Also, Aqua becomes useful. You can't spell what without... You can't spell stupid person without soup. Huh? They are fun. The engine is kind of toxic. Nope. That's just not the case. The engine is good. It's good for the game. I promise. Dracoback is such a useful card, and it helps so many decks to actually be playable. Now, granted... Yeah, that can go there. With the Adventure Engine... Like... Yeah, it means that a lot more things are, like, top tier and stuff like that, and, like, they end on a negate, and it's kind of annoying, yada yada. But when, like, Splight and Tier come out, and the power level of a lot of decks are just power crept, Adventure allowing access to specifically Dracoback was so helpful with dealing with specifically Floodgates. Which is why I'm like, Dracoback is great. Sure, you could ban Griffin Rider, that'd be fine, but, like, Dracoback is one of the reasons to play the Adventure Engine, and it's why I love it. Witchcrafter. Have True Draco in Fraves? You're just True Draco is like down here. I don't remember where True Draco is. Witchcrafter is, yeah, it's one of my favorites still. Good deck. Haven't played it in a while, but it's still fun. I like it. It's one of the few decks that I think actually utilizes its unique mechanic the best. The spells constantly recurring themselves and then utilizing the spells to actually get into other Witchcrafters is really cool. This is... yeah, World Legacy is fine. Let's put it up there. Bouncing stuff is always fun. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, what is this? Oh, this is also World Legacy. Where'd the other one go? Where did I put the other one? There you go. It's World Legacy, but also World Legacy. I don't know, who cares? Worms! They're fine. X-Sabers are fine. Oh, this is the XYZWVXQP thing. Yeah, okay. This is Spirits, which also exist. Amano Awato is a part of this. That's true. Ninjas! Yeah. Adventure format or the tier format? I will tell you it's the adventure format. I don't know, you might hate tier, but you shouldn't. It's pretty fun. Yosenju, I'm actually not a fan of. They're like spirits, but bad. And annoying. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the Yosenju stuff. Yubel is a card that exists. Mayakashi. They're okay. Zephyra. Zephyra's a fine pendulum deck. That's not a deck. You can't lie to me. What is this? This is Evil Eye, right? Where did it go? Yeah, Evil Eye. I actually really like Evil Eye. Where are we going? Evil Eye is cool. Zombie World. No, I don't like Zombie World. There we go. Zodiac. Unbased. I like Zodiac. I'm sorry. It's late. Good night. Good night, Fo. Yeah, I don't know. I just like Zodiac. Could I tell you why? No. Tri-Brigade, I guess? Celine's emo phase. True. And then the ZWs are just awful card design. Okay. Well, there's my list. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to move Lyrilisks down. Yeah. Yep. Zexal Service is just utopic support. Yeah, I know. And I don't like it. So my favorites, Tri-Brigade, obviously. Favorite deck, 10 out of 10. Splight. It's just a good deck. It's super fun. Don't know what else to say. Dark Lords, this is my rogue deck. This is my baby, my child, my love. I wish it was better, and I wish it was more fun to play, because Dear Lanta, its artwork, and its playstyle, and its everything is just so fun. List so big I can barely tell what's what from a distance. Yeah. Shadal, favorite control deck, and it's just super fun. It's like the best deck I have in paper as well, which is kind of sad. Sword Soul, my favorite summoning mechanic, and like the best summoning mechanic, or the best way to use said summoning mechanic. And then everything else. I'm not going to explain everything else, because a lot of these just aren't ordered. Oh, are we back? Oh, we're back. Cool. I clicked the download button, and it killed the stream. Oh, no. Alright, we're back. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Hello. Okay, don't click the download button. Did I get the download? No, I did not. Okay. Oh, what, did we disconnect again? No. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, okay, that's gonna be it for today's stream. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy it. If you did, like us very much, so appreciate it. And if you want to check out more content like this, as well as more Yu-Gi-Oh, then just be sure to subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye.